Science Beetle.
So welcome back, students. In this video, I want to go ahead and talk to you a little bit about how we can incorporate variables inside a string. And in order to do that, we have to use something known as an Fstring. And so do that. And what an Fstring does is it actually takes variables that have actually been identified and assigned a value, and you can place them inside a string. And so that's the main thing that it does. And let's see this in action. Let me show you what it looks like. So let's go ahead and do something here and say greeting 1 and say, hello, how are you? And if we kind of output this to the console, we know how to do that now using the print command. And we're going to put out the variable name here for greeting 1. And if we do that, press run, we should see the greeting. Oh, and let's see what happened here. Greeting 1. Oh, the comment up top. And so very good opportunity here to tell you, we make sure that if you want things commented out, got to use that pound sign to comment it out. That was line number 2, was not commented out. So here we go. I put the comment hashtag in, press run. And so now you can see hello, how are you is identified there. So when we are able to take the greeting variable and put it inside the print command, we can see it printed out to the console. But what if I had a couple of other variables? Let's say one of the variables was first name. And we say here, say doctor in this case, and then we'll put the last name here as another variable and say D. Okay. And so what if I want to incorporate that inside the greeting before I print it out to the console? Well, one way that I can do it is I can actually incorporate these variables. Let me move the code here to make it easier for us. We'll take this from line 4 and we'll put it in line number 6. And so let's say that I declared first name and last name. I declared those variables first. I assigned value to them. In this case, I assigned a string to them. But what if I want to put these two variables inside the greeting? The way I would do this is to take that F string. I need to make sure that I put at the very beginning of the string, I put the letter F. And then inside the string, I have to use a couple of items. First thing you got to use is the curly brackets. And so right above the return key on your keyboard, just above it and to the left, you're going to see two buttons that will allow you to do this one. So it's immediately to the right of the P button. And so you would put in here the brackets. And then what's going to follow the curly brace is going to be the variable you want. So enter the name of the variable. In this case, I want to put the first name variable. And then I'm going to close it with the closing bracket. And if I leave it like this, then everything should be fine. Go ahead and, since I've already got greeting 1 here, I'm going to go ahead and run it. And notice here, doctor shows up in the output. But I want to include both first name and last name. So I would go back up to line number 6, right after the first greeting, curly bracket. I'm going to include a space, put the bracket in, or the braces here, the curly brace, and then put in last name. Close the curly brace. And then when you press run again, it should display the entire message with the space included in there, largely because the space is still within the double quotes. That's going to show up as a space in there. So this is a way that you can actually incorporate variables into a string. Very useful thing to do. And so hopefully you can use it in your code as you move forward.